Howdy, Gabriella. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Also, um, I think I was finally able to figure out, or at least fix, the volume issue that you mentioned last week or 2 weeks ago. Um, so tell me how my voice sounds. Is it clearer? Is it louder? I think I got the volume to be normal. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Uh-oh. Why does it say that no stream data is okay? Okay, okay. Yeah, because I was listening back to some of the past VODs and I was embarrassed how my microphone sounded. I was like, what is going on? I couldn't figure out what was going on. But I think I fixed it. Okay, so I'm glad that it's louder now. So today we will do Suou route, but we have to start at the intro. Ugh, my gosh, my internet connection's not 100% right now. Hopefully it's not buffering too much. Okay, it says the stream is green on OBS, but YouTube says that it's not receiving enough vidget to maintain smooth streaming. So hopefully it's okay. Natsume died. I'm here again. Okay. Okay. That's good to know. I don't want to see a tragedy like that ever again. I gotta find a way to prevent it. I got more time than last time, too. I should be able to explore this church. After muttering that to myself, I nodded and took a step forward. Ah! Only to end up bumping into someone. Ah, sorry. The pink-haired man glanced at me, then clicked his tongue and headed to the church. Did he just click his tongue at me? I opened the door. A solemn atmosphere hung heavy in the air as I stepped into the church. Natsume. Some wept, others looked ahead in silence. Were they all reminiscing about the time they spent with him? I hope they are. I noticed that the funeral was about to begin, and that I was about the only one who was still standing. I looked around for a place to sit. If I recall correctly, I believe that Suou sat close to the exit. I took a seat close to the exit. I'll sit next to you if you don't mind. Yep, okay, I was right. Not at all. I kept gazing at the flowers far ahead while waiting for the ceremony to begin. Everyone around me muttered prayers in remembrance of Natsume. A hymn played as the coffin was carried forward. Hearing the priest talk, all I could think about was contents. A while later, the service began in earnest, accompanied by an organ music. The attendees stood up and brought flowers to the coffin. A student with darker skin approached it next. I think nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. A black-haired student with a mole under his eye walked toward the coffin. I think nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. Ruffling his pinkish hair, a man with an intense look on his face stepped forward. I, thinking nothing of it. I ignored him as I would every other attendee and maintained my silence. The coffin was approached by a tall boy in a school uniform. I am curious. Finding myself somewhat curious about him, I decided to follow him with my gaze. His considerable height would be no doubt make him stand out in any crowd. I walked with a straightforward stance, giving me the impression of someone with a noble, righteous soul. Even the white flowers he carried seemed to match him in terms of sheer dignity and grace. His large eyes gleamed with genuine grief. Natsume. He uttered the name in a voice so low that you had to strain your ears to hear him. Once all the attendees had set their flowers, the funeral came to a close with a few words addressed to the bereaved family. Surrounded by people leaving the hall, do I go outside? I don't remember the choice for this one. I want some fresh air. I decided to step outside for a moment. The cold December air outside the church felt unusually pleasant. I walked around for a bit until my eyes met another student's. Okay, I was right. Okay. Ah! Hello. Hello. Were you also attending Natsume's funeral? Yeah, I was. I'm pretty sure he meant a lot to me. You pretty sure? That was an oddly vague way of putting it. Yeah, again, like I said before, the fact that he's not sure of the fact that... I mean, I think he meant a lot to me. I don't know, that kind of sounds like that he's not supposed to have these memories, but he has memories of Natsume because the timelines are converging with each other. That's the reason why I think he's responding that way. Yeah, it's very suspicious. Well, I was very small back then, so I don't remember the details. But Natsume probably lived in my neighborhood, and we often played together. Oh, but there's something I can remember clearly. On an especially snowy day during the winter, we ended up building a snowman together. We looked around for sticks and leaves to give it a face, too. I was in charge of making the face, the eyes, a large leaf in place of a nose, and an arched stick for its mouth. Was it cute? Oh yes, very. Looking back at it, Natsume probably just wanted me to have the most fun part. Yeah. He was so nice. And now he's dead, isn't he? We can't see him again. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I got a little carried away. Oh, it's fine. I'm actually glad to have heard of a new Natsume story I wasn't aware of. Really? I'm glad you liked it. Yes? It might be rude of me to say this, and I don't want you to get upset, but you kind of remind me of him a little bit. Curious. Very curious. I see. Goodbye then. Take care. You too. I wonder if that means anything. Like, I know we Natsume, but I wonder why he's able to... I mean, he's not the one who said that. I mean, Tojo said that in Downfall that we remind him of Natsume, yes. Okay, so I guess it doesn't have to be too suspicious. But I'm just a little suspicious of Suou. I knew the truth that many people had lost. In this day and age, overflowing with things, yearning for the invisible unknown was more important than ever. I won't forget it. I won't lose any of you. Goodness gracious. Wait a second. I'm so irritated. I can't wait till I go back home at the end of this week. Because the internet here in these dorms gets so bad sometimes. Sometimes it just, I don't know why the internet in these dorms is so, it's just so inconsistent. I really hope it's not buffering too bad on your end. But it keeps saying that YouTube is buffering right now, so I hope it's not. It got fixed? Okay, because I'm so irritated with this internet. Okay. Hey Flay, welcome. How are you doing today? We just started Suou's route. We just finished the scene at the church, so now we listen to Suou's introduction. So please, give something back to me. Let me experience an adventure even greater than the last. That's good to hear. I'm glad. Turn me into something unlike anything else in this world. Death, huh? This was the first time I experienced death tongue-tied. This was the first time I experienced the death of someone I knew. The funeral was permeated by the scent of mourning. And I felt as if that place alone had been cut off away from the city. Will I eventually die too? Gosh. What did it mean to die? Where did people go when they died? I'm always thinking about dying these days. Like every single night, I just have a fear that what if this night will be the last night I have? I try to calm myself down. It's like, okay, if that happens, you won't even know what happens, so just go to sleep. Don't have to worry about that. But I'm always thinking about that recently. Oh, I felt water touch my nose. I put my hand out and immediately noticed a few raindrops on it. I know, it's not as bad as it was when it first started. When it first started, I was having like trouble sleeping and my breathing was like kind of panicked. But now I'm just like, if it happens, it happens. No worry. You know, just go to sleep. You'll most likely wake up again the next day. You're young, you're healthy, you know. So I just have to remind myself that to calm down and go to sleep. The droplets began to multiply, eventually filling the ground around me, and it begun to rain. Whoa! I used my bag as a makeshift umbrella and hurried off to find shelter from the rain. A simple rainfall was enough to dispel all thoughts of the funeral from my mind. The world would soon end. I didn't know how much truth there was to it, but people on TV and the news made it out to be a big deal. You can even hear discussing it in class. Yet, none of us actually felt like the world was gonna end. I was certain that the end would happen in the blink of an eye. It would be simple and anticlimactic, like the burst of a soap bubble. Kenko Lamb presents scenario writer and art director Kokoro Tem. Excuse me. MAMIYA, a shit illusion of the world's end. My life was a good one, with nothing missing or anything too much. Good morning, Suou. Good morning. I'd always been surrounded by other people. Everyone around me was interested and quirky. Thanks to them, I could spend every day with a smile. I'm back. Welcome home, Kato. What's for dinner, Mom? Hamburg steak. I know how much you love it. Welcome home, Kato. Wow, you're home early today. My mother was a great cook, and my father was a policeman, and the both of them were my beloved family. I was really proud of them, and hope to one day become as nice and reliable as them. Kiddo, we're leaving tomorrow. Are you sure we'll be alright on your own? Mom, I'll be fine. I know how much detergent to use and where we keep the emergency money. I also know the number I need to call to reach you. Come on, Kato's already 15. This will be a good experience for him. My dad looked at me and I responded with a nod. Everyone was nice and each day was fun. And yet, I felt like there was something missing, like a piece of a puzzle. So, I would continue searching for it. It was as though there was an ivory haze over this saturated life. It was comfortable, but the vague outline made me feel like something wasn't right. Like I just wanted some excitement. A part of me felt like I just wanted some excitement. Or maybe I just needed someone special, even if that seemed like a convenient excuse. Have you heard, Suou? Club activities are canceled due to the rain. What? Awesome! I get to go home early. I'm gonna spend my whole day watching TV. I forgot my umbrella. All right. Ah! Oh wait, who was that? Did he scream? Okay, he screamed. Okay. Yeah. I rushed through the rain as droplets slid down my cheeks. My eyes focused on a place I usually pay no attention to. It was an empty park, and much like the playground equipment nobody was using. Okay. It's the same as before. There was a person being attacked by the rain. Attacked by the rain. I hurried over and called out. Excuse me? Fine droplets of rain trickled down the lashes of closed eyelids. It didn't seem like he'd wake up. I carefully touched his neck to check for a pulse, and that's when I noticed him shivering. Oh no! His dark, almost foreign-like skin was deathly cold to the touch. He'd freeze to death if he stayed here. Right. I took out the towel I'd originally packed to use for club practice and began drying his hair. Please hold on. Let's see. In that moment, his eyes slightly opened. His amber gaze bore into me. I found myself gasping. It seemed almost like his pair of amber eyes were the only source of color in the heavy December rain. Snapping back to reality, I tried addressing him, but he slowly closed his eyes. Ah! Also, it's interesting that it seems that the full people in the funeral and Natsume's funeral friend group, they each have a pair that the stories relate to. So like, oh no, that's making well, never mind. I thought they had a pair, but I just realized Tojo has Kikuchi and Morichika in his story. I forgot that Kikuchi was also in his story as well. But and also yeah, in Kikuchi's story, Tojo also appeared, for a brief period of time as well. But I was thinking that Morichika and Tojo, they feature in each other's stories heavily, and Suou and Kikuchi appear in their stories heavily as well, since Kikuchi saves Suou from drowning in the beach, and then now Suou saved Kikuchi from the rain. But no, Tojo was also in Kikuchi's story, and Kikuchi was also in Tojo's story, so it's not an even pair. Yeah, Tojo and Morichika had a lot more time together in in their respective stories than Kikuchi had in Tojo's. I had a bad feeling about this. Clutching his hand, I realized he'd grown even colder. I was the only one who could save him. After making up my mind, I had him lean on my shoulder and started carrying him away as the rain beat down on us. Back home, I made him lie down on the sofa and headed for the bathroom. After warming up the water, I hurried back to him with a bath towel. Please wake up. I desperately wiped the cold water off of him, hoping this would warm him up a bit. His eyelids began to tremble as my light pink towel rubbed against his dark, almost cat-like hair. I kind of want to draw that now. I want to draw Kikuchi as a cat. I feel like that would fit him so perfectly. As his breathing intensified, I felt a relief wash over me. Oh, you're awake. The next moment, he quickly pushed my hand away and jumped back. Beyond the curtains of his still wet locks, the young man's amber eyes were like daggers piercing my skin. Where am I? Huh? As I took a step forward, still wondering how to answer, I realized there was something off about him. His breathing was unnaturally heavy and ragged. His eyes opened wide. He quickly looked around and his face became even more pale. Are you okay? Okay. Oh, speaking of that, also his face became even more pale. I was wondering. So every time I read, his face became pale in like a story, I assume that the character has light skin and that, like, you know, when they're shocked, you know, their skin gets even more pale than it is before. But do people with dark skin get pale when shocked? Like, I have dark skin, and you know, my family has dark skin, and I've never seen people with dark skin get pale in real life. Like, is that just a stock phrase for when people get shocked, and it's people applied to people with dark skin, even though that doesn't work in real life? I don't know, because I've never seen myself get pale when I'm like shocked or nervous, things like that. I tried to run up to him. The youth grabbed a pair of scissors lying next to our phone and pointed it straight at me. Uh-oh. Where am I? I was all of a sudden paralyzed by fear. Why did I bring this person to my house? The man, still pale as a ghost, raised my voice to yell, almost as if to drag my inner thoughts into the open. Answer me. Where am I? Okay. We gonna answer honestly. Yeah, I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to keep my eyes peeled to see if if I ever see that in real life. This is my house. And why am I here? Well, answer me. Clearly desperate, he took a step forward. The scissors were now closer, and I couldn't look away from the sharp edge. You were unconscious in the park. You were soaking wet, so... In the park? Yes. The young man paused to think for a moment and kept the scissors pointed at me. What did you do to me? Huh? Answer me. Nothing. I carried you here from the park and dried you off with a towel. That's all. I see. You were trying to help me, huh? Huh? As his whisper-like voice perplexed me, the man put the scissors down and went to the entrance. I warmed up the bath, so why not, As I called out to him, he collapsed on the spot. Oh no. When I rushed over and held him, I noticed something red staining my hand. You're bleeding! I called out to him, but I got no response. The unconscious man was bleeding from his stomach. He must have been ignoring this wound since he was out in that rainy park. I was scared of dealing with someone who would threaten people with scissors, but I'm more scared of throwing a half-dead person into the rain. I'll probably regret it for the rest of my life. I gathered my resolve and carried him once more. You mustn't push yourself. Your wound looks pretty deep as it is. Pressing the towel against my stomach, the young man carefully sat up on the sofa. Is this your doing? I'm sorry for being meddlesome. I promise this is the last time. I know it might be difficult, but please try not to move, at least until the bleeding stops. When I said that, his tan fingers slowly touched the towel. He then spent a while just looking at it gradually changing color. Where am I? Huh? At my house. That's not what I meant. I'm asking where this place is. Huh? Actually, I don't remember anything from before I woke up. What do you mean? The young man's tone grew heavy. It was as if he himself had difficulty believing his words. I can't remember anything. Not where I live, nor what I was even doing in the first place. Clutching his head, the man cast his gaze downward. In other words, you have amnesia? I never thought I'd ever say that word. The lanky man furrowed his brow and closed his eyes. To me, it looked like an obvious nod of acknowledgement. The room was completely shrouded in silence, so much so that even the ticking of a clock began to irritate my ears. Can I ask something? Do you remember your name? I still don't know what to call you. Ryo. My name's Ryo. Ryo. The moment I heard that name, the person in front of me gained a clear outline for the first time. It was as if that name itself was making it clear. That the amber flash of his gaze, the fingertips touching my towel, there were no longer things to be afraid of. I'm Suou Kato. If it's okay with you, you can stay here until your memory returns. Huh? Don't you remember what I did earlier? I do, but you were too confused at the time. There's no way I can blame you for that. My parents are currently abroad, so I have many rooms you can use. Ryo looked at me like he couldn't believe what he was hearing. That's not what But you need help, right? Ryo's eyes widened in surprise. I'd appreciate it. His answer came in a low, barely audible voice. Sure thing. Here's where you'll sleep, and the bathroom is right here when you enter the hallway. Once Ryo had finished bathing, I lent him some of my clothes. They seemed a touch baggy on him, but at the same time, the look felt to fit him. The look felt to fit him just right. I love the baggy clothes on, how do I get rid of this? Oh yeah, I love the baggy clothes on Ryo, it's so cute. My room is on the second floor. Don't hesitate to call me if you need anything. Sure. Good night. Good night. My brain continued to work at full throttle even after I climbed into bed. Boyfriend shirt, yes. Who was Ryo really? Why was he lying there in the rain? Was he involved in some incident? For all I knew, He could have been someone very dangerous. What would my parents say about this if they were here? No, no, no. I gotta sleep. Mamiya will get angry at me otherwise, too. Within my sheets, I shook my head to the sides. Losing his memories must have made him really anxious. That said, amnesia, huh? Excuse me. It was so unrealistic, like something out of a drama. With a slight smile on my face, I fell asleep. Ah! Look at the time! Mom, why didn't you wake? Morning. Oh, good morning. So, what are you gonna do now, Ro? I thawed the frozen rice and ate it with a bit of pollock roe. The tan man looked at me while snacking on some pickled veggies. It's just so funny how one of the most common descriptions of Dio is the fact that he's tan. That's just so funny to me. Like, they keep talking about his skin's tan. Oh my gosh. I need to go to school now. Do you think you'll be okay on your own? Ro, who had been calmly chewing his food until now, suddenly froze up and whitened his. I just couldn't keep myself from laughing. It's just so funny how they keep saying his skin's dark or his skin's tan. Like, oh my gosh. It's so funny reading. That's just. Oh, it's so funny. Were you just gonna leave me here alone? In your house? Huh? Would you prefer to come with me to school? I'm not sure if that's a good idea. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do sometimes too. They don't just call him the tan skin guy. But it's pretty frequent. But yeah, they have other descriptions for him. I just don't get why you feel safe leaving a stranger in your house while you're away. I could rob you and your stuff. You're not the kind of person to do that, though, right? No idea. You won't do anything of the sort. You won't, right? As if I tilted my head with a smile, Rose simply averted his eyes. I'm not planning to, at least. There you have it. That doesn't change the fact that you gotta have a better sense of danger. I love this dynamic. I love the fact that Adil is a stranger and he's trying to warn this naive Suou about the dangers of a stranger, but he's being such a mom about it. Even though he's the one that's supposed to be like a potential threat. Oh my gosh. I sent him off while telling him I sent him off while telling him to come back in time for dinner. He went to look for a job while I went to school like I always did. I might have picked up an amnesiac, but life went on as usual. I had to behave like normal. Okay, so is this Samejima, I think? Good morning, Taketo. I heard a voice from beside me and turned toward it with a smile. Morning. Oh no, this is his MAMIYA. Never mind. Whoa, you're a bit slow to leave today. Walk a bit faster. Let's go. Wow, you're right. Let's go, MAMIYA. I made a warm smile. His name was MAMIYA. He was a close friend of mine, who also happened to be invisible. It took a while to introduce him, but he was also an important part of my daily life. Did you think that invisible people didn't exist? A few years ago, even I wasn't sure what this was about. But as time passed, I started to put the pieces together. We already know that Suou is different from the rest of the funeral crew, since he is from the 1999 timeline. But it is interesting that MAMIYA has been in his life for like 3 years. It's like a long time. The other three people, they just found out about MAMIYA in their own stories, and the story went by quickly. Like, you know, they only knew MAMIYA for like 2 months or something like that before their lives came to an end. But still, he's been in contact with MAMIYA for 3 years. Interesting. MAMIYA wasn't a ghost or anything like that. I couldn't see him, but he was definitely there, and he was someone who understood me. And I'm so curious to see how he knew about MAMIYA, since the other three, they learned about MAMIYA from the Pink House group, but MAMIYA never came into their lives until so many years later. Like, they found about MAMIYA as you know, small children, but when they was almost adults, or an adult in Morichika's case, that's when MAMIYA finally came into their lives. So why is it that Suou, you know, like, that's such a big time gap for some reason. Why is it that Suou seems to have a continuous ongoing relationship with MAMIYA and nothing seems to be going wrong so far? Terribly wrong so far, I should say. What do you think about the amnesiac? I mean, do you? Wait. What do you... Wait. The punctuation's throwing me off. What do you think about the amnesiac? I mean, Ryo. The guy who pointed scissors at you? I want to keep him where I live. I see. I guess Mr. Samajima's gonna scold me. Though, it does smell like something interesting. You think so too? I'm actually kind of excited. I'm sure this will be the first of many fun days. Alright, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you very much. Huh? I found Ryo sitting near the front gate to my house. You surprised me. What are you doing here? You told me to come back before dinner. And I also told you where I hid my keys. You could have just waited for me inside. It's your fault. Huh? You really don't think things through. If you found me inside your house, you just end up wondering if I moved or taken something. It's not a great feeling to have. Did you wait for me here just to give me peace of mind? While dressed so lightly too? Got a problem with it? How long have you been here? Hell if I know. I don't have a watch. Ryo averted his gaze. His ears are beet red. He's so cute. Oh my gosh. As I grabbed Ryo's hand, I noticed that his fingers had turned red from the cold. Oh gosh. The touch of his freezing hand made me understand that he genuinely didn't have anywhere else to come but here. Thanks for coming back. Let's hurry inside. I'll get you something nice and warm to drink. Where were you during the day? I walked around town looking for anything familiar. Did you find any hints for your memories? No, not a thing. I see. Anyway, a bit of food should cheer you up. There's still some karage that Mom left for me. Karage. I love the star eyes. You don't know what karage is? It's a type of fried chicken that... Do you think I'm stupid or something? Though a bit mad, he helped me out, and we began preparing for dinner. He stood in the kitchen like he was used to it, Well, I didn't have much to do and went to the living room. What are you watching? The TV! What do you think about the end of the world? On the CRT, I saw the words, "The world's end. The truth revealed." While some shady-looking adults were giving their theories, the entertainers were putting on a show. Is the world actually going to end? Yeah, and it'll happen this year. First time I hear about it. Seriously? But everyone's talking about it. I was about to mention my class, but then I remembered that he was an amnesiac. What would you do if the world ended tomorrow? Earl sat some distance away from me as I waited for his response. For a brief moment, he averted his sharp gaze, then glanced to the side before speaking up. Not a thing. Why? 'Cause there's nothing we can do. He looked into the distance with somewhat resigned eyes. I guess I just spend my day like I always do, and go to sleep. I see. His answer was one I didn't expect. Most people would say that they spend their final day doing something different. Under normal circumstances, you have to stay in line and obey the rules of society. So most would say that since that would be gone, they do whatever they wanted. That's right. I say the disappearance of the sun sounds the most valid theory. And what would happen then? Would mankind go extinct? Is that a different person talking? I don't know if it's one person. Actually, no. Not necessarily. A few hundred individuals should, in theory, possess antibodies necessary to survive such harsh conditions. Antibodies? As humans, we're all different. Naturally, some of us adapt better to certain environments than others. Only a few hundred survivors. Wow. A video started playing. It showed a boy living on an Earth that had become a dried up wasteland. I briefly imagined what it'd be like to be that boy. For some reason, I had this feeling that if my parents, classmates, and all the adults I knew died, I'd still be able to survive. Is that so? I wonder if tomorrow will really come. Is the world really going to end? There would be no next year then. No one knows if the sun's going to come up the next day. What would you do if the world ended tomorrow? I'm not sure. It's hard to predict how to act. Personally, I couldn't wait for the end to come. I had this completely baseless feeling that it awakened a special power within me, which would then allow me to save the day. And when that time came, when that happens... Oh, Suou was in middle school, right? Yeah, I think he's like the last year of middle school. Like, was it 9th grade? Is that like middle school? The last year of middle school in Japan, I believe. I think it's 9th grade. He's in middle school, right? I just realized that. Would you consider Suou to be a chunibyo? Like chunibyo, like middle school illness? Like, he's not acting particularly like a chunibyo character per se in the beginning, but like he has like some type of I don't know, like he has like how to describe it? It's resemblant of that. Like, he's not acting out a character specifically, but he wants to be like a fantastical character. He wants to live in a fantasy, you know. Here, a special delivery of Hokkaido crabs. I don't even know how to eat crab. Not to worry, they come with instructions. Did you write them yourself, Mr. Samejima? Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Chunibyo is more extreme. Like they really like they live out they fantasy in the regular world. Like Suo is not like that. He doesn't live out that. He enjoys his dreams, but those dreams start to blend in into reality. But he's not acting out a fantastical character. Like he's not like that. But I don't know. I feel like maybe there's some inspiration of Chunibyo for Suo's character. Okay, I styped that line by accident. Yes, I even went an extra mile and drew a few pictures. Carrying a large styrofoam box, the man headed off toward the kitchen. Being one of my father's direct subordinates, Mr. Samajima would come over to my house quite frequently. Oh, his father is the head of the police station. Oh. I missed that. I forgot about that. He had always been a bit unique, even discounting the fact that he was a policeman. So, having fun living all by yourself? Okay, okay. Do I say... I'm pretty sure it would be very lonely for him, but he's not living by himself. So should he say it's fun? Because it's fun being not with his parents right now, but he's not by himself. Okay, I'll just say it's fun. I mean, I don't think that Kikuchi is always in the house either as well. So he's probably alone at some parts of the day. I'm still enjoying the novelty of it, but it has its drawbacks too. Well, if you ever get fed up, you're more than welcome to come over to my place. I'll handle all the chores, don't worry. Well, an image of Ryo flashed through my mind. I couldn't leave him alone. I appreciate the sentiment, but I can't leave the house unattended. Guess you've got a point there. Mr. Samejima began to pull the crab apart with an astounding level of dexterity. And I was putting it lightly. His speed was out of this world. I'd never seen anyone pick apart a crab with this much skill. How's school lately? He turned his attention to me while his hands were busy working the crab. Pretty fun. I'm slowly getting better at lacrosse, and my classmates are all great. Also, I just realized, he says Mr. Samajima began to pull the crab apart with an astounding level of dexterity, and I was putting it lightly, his speed was out of this world. So does that kind of relate to the fact that Samajima is like a serial killer? He's able to break apart bones, like he knows all the joints are, and he's able to break them apart and stuff like that so well because he has experience with doing that on a bunch of living creatures. I'm glad to hear that. Mr. Samajima smiled at me without really changing his expression. Can I borrow your bathroom for a moment? Of course. Go right ahead. He sure is taking a while. Oh? Mr. Samajima, did you forget where our bathroom was? Oh, Kato. The room Mr. Samajima was trying to enter was Joe's room. Is something the matter? No, nothing. More importantly, I'm having a bit of a hard time with those crabs by myself. I was hoping you could help me. Oh? Were those 40 pages worth of instructions not enough? What? You wrote 40 pages? I did, but I see you haven't read them. Don't worry, they're pretty straightforward. But... Or could it be... that there's something in this room that you don't want me to see. In that moment, I could have sworn I saw a faint glimmer in Samajima's narrowed eyes. His unique antics often made me forget it, but he was a policeman, an elite investigator at that. His intuition must have been sharp as a knife. Is this a new song? I feel like this is new. I don't remember hearing this. I like it though. I like it. No. Then I suppose there's no harm in me opening this door, right? Huh? Okay then. I was done for. I like it. I like it. I like this song. Mr. Samajima was going to find out about Ro. Wow, this sure takes me back. Huh? I timidly looked up. The room looked clean and tidied up, as if no one had been living there. Mr. Samajima examined one of the pillars in the room, looking visibly moved. Excuse me. Do you remember? We used this to measure your height. Huh? Oh. It says here that you were 150 centimeters tall just 4 years ago. And look at you now, a veritable giant. Come on, Mr. Samajima. You're almost the same height as me. This certainly brings back all kinds of memories. Mr. Samajima, look how big you've grown. Look how big you've grown. I have to be careful not to get crushed. Could you just please leave? Feeling more than a little rattled, I ended up pretty much shoving Mr. Samajima out of the room. As my hands touched his back, it did feel a bit small. It did certainly feel smaller compared to mine. In any case, I'm glad to see you're doing fine, Kato. Truth be told, I was a little worried. It would have been quite the incident had you died from loneliness. I'm not dying that easily. Anyway, thanks for everything, Mrs. Samajima. Don't mention it. You'll have to handle the rest of the crabs yourself. With a bit of effort, Mrs. Samajima forced his large body into his car. There's barely any space in here. Take care now, Kato. Bye, Mrs. Samajima. God, I'm going to get a bigger car. And with that, Mr. Samajima drove off in a sardine can of a Mini. That was close. Did someone come over? Ro? When did you get back? Just now. Oh, by the way, I got some crabs. We should have them for dinner. Crabs? We can have crab every day now. It'll be great. I really don't think that crab meat is something you can eat every day. What is this? You mean this book? It's been there for as long as I can remember. I recall rereading it multiple times back in elementary school. Ro? I know this book. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Is this one of Arisungawa's books that he's authored? The protagonist is a prince in the kingdom of night. He travels the world in search of the blue sky because none of his subjects know what it looks like. Did I get it right? Yeah, that's exactly how the story goes. Ro! I guess. Memories do return after a while. Visibly relieved, Ro smiled in front of me for the very first time. Okay, there's nothing that would indicate that it's necessarily Arisungawa's book, but I'm just thinking that a book that the two of them recognize, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm kind of thinking that it might be one of Arisungawa's books. Our Our life together turned out to be a lot nicer than I had anticipated. I didn't need to pay him any special attention. And finally, I had someone to play video games with to boot. He didn't come across as much of a gamer, but despite his initial clumsiness, he desperately strove to improve his play. I never imagined I'd one day be eating potato chips while having an all-night gaming session with someone. Living with him was tons of fun. Oh, I'm back. Hey, you're kind of late today. Whoa, you're covered in soot. What happened? Did you get into a fight? Here. Huh? He awkwardly hands me a bunch of yen bills. He awkwardly hands me a bunch of yen bills. I'm paying rent. I found a job yesterday. Can I take a bath first? Of course, but there's really no need for you to pay rent. You can stay here until your memories return, and I just felt like I need to do something. I go crazy otherwise. Oh. Forget it. Oops. What? I felt some warm paper, smelling distinctly of croquettes pressing against my face. I got these from a street vendor. Figured that you might want some since you're running out of food because of me. Anyway, I'm off to take that bath. Jeez. Wow, he actually got a job. He's way more of an adult than me. As I lived with Ro, a certain hope began to fill my heart. Perhaps Ro had come to me to seek my help? Maybe he was a key to some adventure who will unravel a great conspiracy. That was why I had tried bringing his memories back by taking him to unfamiliar places. All because I was waiting for the arrival of perils yet unknown. Alright. I'm gonna help you regain your memories. I've been thinking about how best to solve your problem. I'm not sure how much help I'll be, but I want to aid you any way I can. I must have reached him because he took a moment to think before saying, the town. I was more concerned with the buildings lining my town and the people living inside them. At least, that's how I feel. The town itself? But didn't you say you went through every street with a fine-tooth comb? I did, but I was talking about this town in particular. Meaning, I probably didn't live in this area. But I still felt a certain connection to it. So, with that settled, I'd like to check out the neighboring city. Earl made a brief pause. The fact that he couldn't remember a single thing made my heart ache. Got it. I couldn't help but extend my hand to him. Let's go visit the neighboring town. What is this? Huh? It's a lead. I forgot about this. I'm asking why you even have something like that. It's for dogs. So, what are you doing? Oh my gosh. It'll be bad if I lost you somewhere, right? It used to belong to the dog we used to keep. Good thing I didn't throw it away. Anyway, please hold on to the other end. So you think I'm less than a dog? Oh my gosh. Ro, we need to keep going. Whoa, don't pull so hard. But man, isn't it cold today? The wind is so strong. Oh? Give me a moment. Would you like me to carry that bag for you? You would? Oh, thank you very much. That's a terrible old woman voice. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know how to do old woman voice. Oh, you would? Oh, thank you very much. I'm trying to do like the tremors that so like stereotypically old people have, but it's not working. How far should I take it? There is a store just behind that corner. Or is that too far? Not at all. Sorry to keep you waiting. Take a look at this. I got us some peaches. Good for you. Oh, definitely. I love peaches. Anyway, let's be on our way. After walking for a while, I heard a cat and turned around. Oh, look. There's a cat in the tree. I guess it can't get down. It's pretty high. Not even I can reach it. Ro looked at the peaches I was holding. So, let go of the lead. Huh? Whoa! He kicked off the base of the tree, grabbed a large branch and spun around it. Wait. He kicked off the base of the tree, grabbed a large branch and spun around it. Wow. Did that happen last time? I don't remember reading this, but he knows parkour. Wow. Using the lead as a lifeline, he quickly made it to where the cat was. I guess if he's always on the run from people trying to fight him, I guess he would have had to learn parkour moves such as that. Wow. Wow! Oh, that's soft. This is new? Okay, yeah. I thought this was different. Look at that soft smile that he has. You're fine now. Oh. Oh my gosh. Cat duo holding the cat. It's perfect. After taking the cat in his hands, he used the lead he'd hung up to... Wait. He used the... Okay, I can't read. He used the lead he hung up to make a safe landing. There we go. Here, I got it. He smiled and gave me the black cat. The small creature in my hands was very warm. Even I can help people. Or cats, at least. He's such a tsundere. Why is he such a tsundere? Was he somehow competing against the help I got the peaches for? He bashfully scratched his neck before putting the lead back in his pocket and walking off. I was just staring at him with nothing but awe in my eyes. He's so strong. He might actually become a character in a story. There might be some sort of drama behind his amnesia. The excitement within my chest grew higher after I chased after him. I love how Suou fanboys all over Duo. I brought 2 train tickets, and they were more expensive than any of the ones I ever brought before. I could barely contain my excitement. It felt like we were embarking on a grand old journey. You're not going to sit? No, I can't seem to calm down. Ro glanced up at me as I was holding onto the handrail. I'm having so much trouble reading today. What's wrong with me? My mouth is not working. Then directed his gaze outside the window. We were passing one station after another. We watched the passing scenery rush by, but didn't get much of a reaction out of him. Ro didn't say anything, even as we reached the final stop. It was a factory town. We aimlessly wandered around under the cold winter sky. I didn't even know the name of the city. neither of us spoke at all. Partly due to the chilly weather. It made our lips dry and cracked. It made our lips dry and cracked. Every time I walk through a town, it makes me realize how empty it really is. I suppose it's a sign of the times. Our world really might be ending. I don't genuinely believe that, but I can't help thinking about it. In the end, I might actually be wishing for it. I exhaled and watched my breath slowly dissipate into the air. Ro remained silent for a while and simply stared into the distance. As I was about to turn around and say we should leave when I noticed some parting his lips. I don't think I want the world to end, despite how cruel and unfair it can be. Even without any memories. Even if your life turns into a boring, meaningless routine, when you die, it's all over. As he uttered those words, his eyelashes slightly trembled in the wind. I think if it's really that boring, it might as well come to an end. I want everything in my life to be interesting. You're awfully greedy. You think so? Only those at the top can think that way. It's selfish and arrogant. A gust of wind ruffled our hair as it passed by. What value was there to mankind in a mundane world filled with nothing but hollow despair? I felt like our paltry scuffles had become the laughingstock of some invisible power. Narrowing my eyes in the strong wind, I licked my cracked lips to try and moisten them. I knew it would only make it worse later on. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm licking my lips. But I know it's bad. But I don't have any chapstick. But as long as the immediate feeling of discomfort was gone, I didn't care. In the end, we couldn't find anything that would help us jog Dro's memory. We were just a couple of children, powerless and insignificant. My heart ached seeing Rose so visibly disheartened. Don't worry, I'm sure we'll find something new tomorrow. Thanks. A baseless, irresponsible remark. Still, it was enough for him to try and hide his pained eyes and give me an awkward smile. I turned back toward the familiar road under the east sky. There was nothing in Tokyo. The city we lived in was empty. And so was I. There was absolutely nothing to me. Huh? I woke up not in my bed, but the living room. I must have dozed off on the sofa. I should head back to my room. With uncertain steps, I returned to my room. It's that dream again. Huh? You're not sleeping? Oh, you surprised me. I didn't expect to see you so late. Unable to fall asleep in my room, I went down to the living room. And there, I found Ro. Here. He handed me a mug. I wanted a drink myself, so I figured I'd also get something for you. Why would you think to get some for Keito if he wouldn't even show that he was awake? He just said that I didn't expect to see you so late, but he had a mug prepared. Anyway. The gentle warmth made his outline blur with the darkness. Careful there. It's hot. Mm-hmm. Tastes pretty good. A faintly sweet aroma spread across my mouth. It's kind of rare for you not to be able to sleep. I do remember dreaming, though. Dreaming? Yeah. I think it was the first dream I had since coming here. What was it about? I don't remember it too well. Aha! Well, that's how dreams are. If you think they're good, when you have to talk about them, you forget everything. That's why I have a dream diary. A dream diary? Yeah, it's a diary in which you can write the content of a dream while you still remember it. Though, I'm just using a regular college notebook. I want to keep a dream diary. I've had that plan to write my dreams down when I wake up. But every time I wake up from a dream, I always forget about that. I haven't gotten a notebook dedicated to dreaming. Yeah, but I want to do that. They say that if you write your dreams down and be more conscious of your dreams, you can lucid dream more easily. And I would like to be able to control my dreams a lot more. I can control my dreams somewhat, but sometimes I don't even realize it's a dream. I jokingly asked if he wanted to see it, but his response was unexpectedly serious. Tell me about your dreams. Well, I'll tell you the one from 3 days ago. I invited him to my room and sat down on my bed. I opened the notebook and went back from the newest page. Oh, look at them. Oops. Gosh. I'm skipping. This is a dream where I fought a kaiju. A kaiju? Yeah, the kind that salivates all the time and smells like decay. What's a kaiju? I feel like I looked that up the last time I saw that, but I forgot. Kaiju. Kaiju is a Japanese term that is commonly associated with media involving giant monsters. It's a genre of science fiction. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I think I should probably. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Keep a dream notebook right by my bed, and I'll have it. There's no time like the present. But no, I'm not gonna be like Keito. I'm just gonna indulge in it for the night, and then, let it stay a dream. I had no idea how I could beat something like that. While I was thinking, it was covering the city in its sludge, and people were overcome by fear. How did it end? I destroyed the tallest building in Oppongi from the bottom up and crushed the kaiju. But when I was celebrating the victory, the sludge coiled around me, and that's when the dream ended. I closed the notebook in an exaggerated manner. Ro looked like he wanted to say something. You have some fun dreams, huh? Yes, I love dreaming. It's so much fun. You never know what's gonna happen, but that just makes it exciting. I see. Your dreams sound nice. Ro? Could you tell me more of them tomorrow? Tomorrow? That word made me look up. Yeah, of course. Think you can sleep? Huh? I've been watching you during the day, and you seem awfully drowsy. I figured you were sleep deprived. Oh my gosh, really? Oh wow, that's crazy. So that actually happens. Well, I know it actually happens in real life, but I didn't know it could happen that easily, I should say. Wow, that's so weird. Hopefully I'm just overthinking it though. I wash the cups. Uh, Thank you very much. Night. Good night. Huh. Turns out Ro's way more of an adult than I am. He said that. That's the second time he done said that. I see. So, shouldn't you be getting out of bed? Huh? Ah! I'm late! My voice cracked. I tried waking you up a few times. No way! Oh, jeez. I have no time even to grab a bite to eat. I gotta get changed in my uniform and leave right now. The days went by without a problem. Good morning, Suou. Did you oversleep again? Yeah. An unchanging world, saturated with joy and fun. I'm home. Welcome back. Warm, gentle days, devoid of challenges and conflict. Good night. Night. I thought something would change with him here, but that day never actually came. No good. I can't remember anything. I see. Please don't blame yourself. Oh, why don't we continue that game from where we left off? Sure. Okay. And so, another uneventful day would go by without Ro's memories showing any sign of returning. Oh, welcome back, Kato. Excuse me. Mr. Samejima? What's that? I saw it at the pharmacy and decided to buy it. You can have the rest. Huh? But I'm not a child. Use it to play with your friends. Either way, I should get going now. Didn't you have business with me? No, I did not. After saying that, he climbed to his car, not the usual Mini, and drove off. Man, soap bubbles really didn't sue him. Soap bubbles? MAMIYA! Can you blow them for me? By myself? Come on, do it with me. You're such a bully. How do you expect an invincible guy like this to do wait. How do you expect an invisible guy to do this? I want to see them. Can I? He could have said it when Mr. Samejima was here. It was embarrassing to play with bubbles by myself at this age. Fine, just a little bit. I love playing with bubbles. I still love playing with bubbles. You're never too old to play with bubbles by yourself. I blew into the hole in the straw. Countless transparent bubbles gently floated into the evening sky. Starting to enjoy it, I went on to make even more of them. It's like I'm in a dream. Let me see. I wonder if we can see anyone's reflection in these bubbles. I know. It's so magical. The way the bubbles shine the light. And the way Suou looks in the scene when the hair is blowing his fringes. Fringes? I just called them fringes. Bang. What am I, British? No. Bangs. His bangs are being blown into the wind. I like in his eyes. shining like the bubbles. It's really nice. It's a really pretty scene. It's like I'm in a dream. Within the bubbles, I saw rainbow colored scenery. We were right next to my house. We were right next to my house. I was here every day, but this made it seem so much different than usual. I looked into them as they seemed to almost draw me in, and I saw MAMIYA within. That's all I was trying to do. I was trying to see if I could see MAMIYA in these bubbles. Wait, I wish I could zoom in. Wait. Let me see if I can try this. Let me try this out. Okay. Let me see. Okay, copying. Let me see if I can paste this. Okay, wait. I took a snapshot of the scene, and I'm gonna see if I can. Hold on a second. Okay. I want to see if I can blow it up. Well, this is the first time I'm ever putting an image on the screen like this. Okay. Am I crazy for thinking that's MAMIYA in the center of that bubble? I kind of feel like that. I don't know, if you squint ever so slightly, you could see dark hair, pale skin, a green scarf. I don't know. Maybe I'm just trying to see something that's not there. But I feel like that it could be. You don't think we can see MAMIYA there? I don't know. Maybe if I squint, I could pretend that's MAMIYA in the bubble. MAMIYA. Yeah, like a shape in a cloud, like that. When I called out to him, a gust of wind swept over me, and the bubbles went so far into the distance. This reminds me of a song. From nowhere in particular, I heard him humming a nursery rhyme that everyone knew. The lyrics rolled through my head. He was soon done, and the fact that I couldn't see his face as he finished filled me with unprecedented sadness. I wonder which nursery rhyme he's thinking of. Let me see. Any nursery rhymes that might fit this? Row your boat, wheels on the bus. I don't know. Without love, it can't be seen. Is that a quote? I'm sorry, I don't understand the quote. Am I missing something? Are you talking about MAMIYA? You can't see it without love? Was that a quote from the game? Or is that a quote from somewhere else? Why are you saying that you can't see? You have to have love in your heart if you want to be able to see MAMIYA in that bubble. I won't break you. I swear. I don't know why I said that. However, I had to protect MAMIYA at all costs. I was the only one who could. I won't disappear. As long as you feel that way. As long as there's even a single soul in this entire world that continues to think of me, I will not disappear. Okay. Okay. I wanted to hug him. If only I could hug you. That's the first time anyone said that to me. Come closer. Suddenly, as if to touch a bubble, I extended my hand to the side. Are you here? Yeah, I am. Can I hug you? It's a famous quote from Umineko that I love because it doesn't end up having much to do with the story in Umineko itself, but it feels applicable to a lot of other stuff, so I can't help but using it. Oh, okay. I've heard of Umineko. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. I've heard of Umineko. There was this one person in a Discord that I saw. They had like a profile picture from one of the characters in the game, and I was interested in it. I was considering buying that to play it sometime. Do you recommend it? I feel like it's highly recommended. I don't know. And the reason why I was kind of like nervous to buy a little bit, cause like the art looks a little old, so I was like, I don't know, can I get into it? But if it's worth it, if the story is real good, I would probably buy it anyway. I'll just, I'll get used to it. Get used to the age. Can I hug you? Sure. Awkwardly, I hugged the space where he was. There was a distant chill in the wintry air. I couldn't feel any warmth. It's alright. First half is great. It's like, so much. Okay, well. Okay. I'm glad you're honest. I don't know. I'll consider getting it. I'll consider. But yeah, that didn't really prompt me to go to Steam right now to buy it. Okay. Okay. You think it has a lot of similarities, similar themes to MAMIYA, but I think MAMIYA does them all better. Oh, okay. Okay. That's nice. But still, I really wanted to hug you. You're warm. Really warm. Is there a sea nearby, Suou? A sea? Yeah, I think so. It's not that far, I think. Not far. Not far, huh? Ah, yeah. Oh, that must have been a disappointment to have followed the series episode by episode by episode, and then get to the end and be like, wow, yeah, it was okay. His amber eyes flashed like daggers. I couldn't help but gulp when faced with the sheer intensity of his gaze. I'll go with you. You were thinking of going alone, weren't you? I can't allow you to do that. But you've got school to think about. One day won't make a difference. I've never skipped class before, but it's never too late to start either. Please, take me with you. Do whatever you want. Oh, I will. The next morning, we left the house with maps in hand. We were searching for the sea and something else too. Something vague and undefined. He looks so cute and small. He looks so cute and small in the CG. Not him still holding on to the lead. Oh my gosh. I can't. But he looks so small in this Suou. in the CG. So cute. I love his little rosy cheeks. That said, it'd be quite a walk from here. You sure it'll be okay? Don't underestimate the endurance I built up at work. If anything, I'm worried about you. Come on, I play lacrosse every single day. Take that! A gust of wind swept past us. It moved our hair as well as the lead between us. Oh, it moved our hair as well as the lead between us. The evening sun was so dazzling it made me close my eyes. Rio's gaze, however, remained unflinching. Is this the same beach that Kikuchi found Suou in his own story? I remained a subtle distance between the two of us while gently pulling on the lead. How much time had passed without either of us saying a word? The sand beneath my feet felt almost otherworldly, like it came from another dimension. The ashen sea, having endured several days of rain, continued to rage. It would surge up over and over again. The waves roared. I stared on, thoroughly captivated by the sea, when suddenly, my vision blurred for a moment. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I felt a splitting headache come on. Ah! Unable to even stand properly, I fell to my knees. My vision was hazy. I closed my eyes tight and tried to bear it. Huh? What? The next thing I knew, I was in a different place. Where was I? Ro was nowhere to be seen, gone along with his lead. Ro? As I called out, something grabbed my chin. Ah! Huh. This was a scene that always puzzled me when I first played it. It's like, this is very interesting. This is very different, very new from the other ones. Huh. I don't know who's talking right now. I don't know who I thought was talking in the first time, but maybe I'll just do Yumehisa talking, since Yumehisa comes up to everyone else in their own individual routes. Nice to meet ya, Suou Kato. An unfamiliar voice said my name. I don't know, okay. Yumehisa? Yumehisa wouldn't smell like tobacco, would he? Who smells like tobacco? I'm pretty sure someone that we know. Who smells like tobacco? Who smokes? Morichika smokes. Well, Haruki smokes. I don't think Toma smokes. I think he's the only smoker, to be honest. But this wouldn't be Haruki. I have no idea who this will be. I'm trying to see. I don't know who would do that. Rough Hands. Aisungawa smokes? I wouldn't show if he smoked. He does smoke. He's not sure what Samejima. I'll try Arisungawa because I don't think Haruki makes sense. I don't remember Arisungawa. I kind of thought maybe he might, but I wasn't sure. Okay. Well, let's try Arisungawa first. Let's just see how it goes. Nice to meet ya, Suou Kato. He had rough hands and was surrounded by a thick smell of tobacco. I've been wanting to meet you for the longest time. I've even dreamed about it. I forced out a groan through my hand covering my I forced out a groan through the hand covering my mouth. Don't act like you don't know MAMIYA, you little shit. MAMIYA? How do you know that name? Gah! The rough, cold concrete made contact with my cheek. The man looked down at me. Listen well. My brain was shaking in my skull. I couldn't focus my vision, but I could make just one thought. Why? MAMIYA belongs to me. Why did this man know MAMIYA? Suou! Suou! Now that I'm rereading the scene, I'm kind of thinking that Suou converged back into the 1999 timeline. And I believe that one of the people, whoever's talking to him, was one of the people from that timeline. That's what I think. You okay? Hold on. I... Relax. Sit up, but take it slow. I slowly lowered myself on a nearby bench. I could still feel the concrete. The bony, thick finger. I feel like that... I used to think I might have bony, thick fingers. He might have that. Rough adult voice. He seems like he's gruff. He is gruff. Yeah, Arisungawa is gruff. It could be Arisungawa. All of it was like a freezing chill creeping on into me. What's wrong? Can't you hear it? Something's screeching. I can't hear a thing. Really? Weird. I can hear it in the distance. It's like the cry of drifting ice. It's so loud. MAMIYA. Suou? You're there, aren't you? Who is he to you, MAMIYA? Who is he to you, MAMIYA? Wasn't I the only one who could see you? So, what's going on? Answer me! Or could it be that you're already talking and I just can't hear you? So, get a grip. Look at me. Past the frantic clamor of people, I looked for the invisible man who would surely be there. Where are you, MAMIYA? I needed to hear you. Just why did I feel so alone? Mom. Dad. Help me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry it's just me. I'm not an adult with the power to help you. Oh, don't say that. I'm sorry it's just me. Oh, that breaks my heart so much. A while later, Rio carried me back home. However, the sounds of the ice flows never died down. Good night, Flay. Thank you for being here. Hope you have sweet dreams. Lots of adventures and fun adventures are waiting for you in your dreams, like Suou. Oh, Kato. My poor Kato. From that day on, Ro stopped telling me that he wanted to regain his memories. The weathercaster on TV diligently explained the situation. Wow, that typhoon looks crazy. It's so rare to see those in December. The windows are rattling pretty hard. It doesn't look like we'll be able to get out today, or even tomorrow. The slanted rain was pattering on the branches outside the window. I found myself captivated by the rhythmic movements. To my side, where it looked like he was about to say something about the stormy sky. Are you planning to go out, Ro? I've got work tomorrow. It's just daily employment, so I don't really have to go, but I'm worried about your health. Oh, I'm feeling much better now thanks to you. Good. They'll probably let you take off tomorrow, so why not just stay home? We could spend the whole day relaxing. Doesn't that sound great? Okay, fine. I'll be looking forward to it. Oh, I love how Daryl's warming up to him like this. Ugh. Great. I just know it's only a matter of time before the schism. Well then, have a good night, Ro. Are you really going to be alright by yourself? Come on, what's got into you all of a sudden? Don't tell me you're afraid of the typhoon. That question made his expression change. Did the typhoon have something to do with his lost memories? I was kind of joking around, but now I just feel bad. It's fine. I'm not going anywhere. Really? Really? I remember. You have to tell me all about your dreams. I will. Good night. Grilled returned to his room. The sound of falling rain filled the darkness. Why did I always feel so uneasy during typhoons? As I watched that swirling, cloudy sky, I felt like something just might happen. In that deep, deep darkness, I ended up drifting off to sleep, unable to comprehend the nature of those feelings. Damn noise. Why is the door open? Suou? I had always been expecting a certain something. Suou! Suou! Where are you, Suou? The world was filled with mystery and wonder. Suou! And so, I believed that one day, I too would be chosen. Excuse me? Oh. Just look at him. The rippling surface of the water. The star-studded sky reflected in it. It was a sweet, blissful dream. Tomorrow, the day after, and the one that followed. As days came and went, things that truly mattered grew vaguer, hazier. I hoped we could exchange a gentle smile. The way we did it when we met in that dream. Good morning, Suou. Morning. That typhoon sure was something else, huh? The forecast said today will be awesome, but look, not a single cloud in the sky. And here I thought I'd get another day off. I'm glad to see everyone again. It was really noisy, though. My window kept rattling so bad I almost thought it would come off. Me too. I couldn't sleep at all. Really? I didn't even notice it. You're just too much of a heavy sleeper. After that, strangely enough, each day became a little easier. Suou! Morning! Oh gosh, no. He's coming to school in his pajamas. Ah, morning! No one comments on his pajamas. Early light glimmered as it shone through the classroom. Suou! Tackle him! On it! I had a whole lot of people counting on me now. Oh, is that so? Is that so? Ro, I'm home. Welcome back. Ro welcomed me home with a smile. I dragged my feet but kept walking along in high spirits. Ah, that makes sense. It does make sense that he's dreaming right now. I gotta jot down my dream while I still remember it. Ah, Ryo! Perfect timing. I actually wanted to call you over. You said you enjoyed reading them, so... Suou, you need to stop doing that. Huh? Stop writing down your dreams. What? Why? You always look so happy when I tell you about them. You're losing your ability to tell dreams and reality apart, aren't you? Huh? What are you talking about? You believe your dreams have actually happened in real life, so I want you to stop. Look who's talking! You've got no memories and no way of telling what's right and what's not. Suou, you should go to a hospital. Why me? You're the one with amnesia. You don't remember walking all over town last night, do you? What? What are you talking about? Are you sure you didn't just dream all that up? Then, how to explain those wounds on your legs? And the things you keep mumbling to yourself? I'm not sure who you think you're talking to, but there's no one there. You're wrong. Mamiya's just invisible. That's why others can't see him. I won't break you. I swear. Suou, I enjoyed hearing about your dreams. To me, dreams only meant one thing: fear. But you managed to turn them into a source of entertainment, which is why I liked yours. However, it ceases being entertainment the moment it starts interfering with real life. I have no idea what you're even talking about! Suou! Open your eyes and look at reality, for God's sake! Those words touched something inside me. Something very, very important, slumbering deep within me. I'll step out for a bit. Do y'all remember that TikTok trend that I don't know how popular, like how much coverage it got on social media, but there was a trend some years ago I remember called it was kind of like reality shifting or something like that. But like it was these TikTokers who claimed to have the ability to go to different realities. Like they were able to go and like shift the self into different realities. Kind of like dream hopping. You remember that? Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah. The desired reality. Yeah, they were able to project themselves into the desired reality in like a dream-like meditative state. Mamiya, you're there, aren't you? Mamiya, am I am I weird? Am I wrong to rely on you? I mean, you're you're my friend. That's right. I'm your friend, Kato. And to me, you're irreplaceable. You feel the same way about me, don't ya? Yeah, but you have no body. That's true. You're invisible. You're the only one who could sense me. Ryo said that it was weird to have a friend like that. Well, it's true that I'm different from most people in the sense that I have no body. No body. But it's all a matter of perspective, really. Is it? I may not have a body, but my words reach you just fine, do they not? Do they not? Surely our relationship isn't so fragile that the mere idea of it being weird would affect it. You're right. It's not. You mean a lot to me, you mean a lot to me, Mamiya. I can sense you in my heart. That makes you real. Then, simply ignore what others say about us. The only thing that matters is what you believe in. You're right. You know, it's kind of weird. I'm starting to feel like that I'm starting to feel like nothing that's happened really matters anymore. Despite how much it hurt me. I don't think I want to see Ro for a while. Oh gosh, no. Mr. Samejima? What are you doing here? Kato, would you mind coming along for a drive? But I have school. Just called in sick. Come on, hop in. Huh? Mr. Samejima! Uh-oh. Jeez, you're being awfully forceful. Cut me some slack. I've been really looking forward to this. Here, I'll even put on your favorite tunes. Mr. Samejima reached out and flipped a switch on the dashboard. A second later, an upbeat song started playing from the car. Oh wow! I'm surprised you're also into this kind of music. The truth is, I'm not. I actually just rented it from Tsutaya for the first time. See? I even got a card. Tsutaya. Is that a name that we've heard? I don't think it's a name we've heard before. Driving upbeat music go hand in hand. Your dad told me that much. By the way, look, I brought some light snacks too. Sandwiches and milk. They all have different fillings, so feel free to pick whichever's your favorite. I feel quite indulged here. I suppose I'll just make the most of this then. It's actually been a while since I've gone on a drive. Indeed it has. You're always so full of energy at the start, but end up dozing off the way back. I still remember how lonely I felt as I drove through that tunnel with nothing to do but chew gum. Really? I'm sorry about that. Don't be. When you take the wheel, it just sort of comes to the territory. The territory. Speaking of which, where are we going exactly? Any requests? Huh? You're asking me? Well, it's winter, so it'd be nice to see more snow. I like to go up north. As you wish. Off we go then, to Cape Soya, the tip of the north. I can't wait! I really wouldn't mind going there. Or even to a place no one else knows. As long as that's what you wanted. Mr. Samejima? Kato. Our real destination's the hospital. Huh? Are you sick, Mr. Samejima? You're the one that needs to be looked at. What? But I don't have a fever. And I'm pretty sure I'm not injured either. I heard you were out on the streets in the middle of the storm earlier. And that you weren't quite yourself. That moment my mind went blank. Mr. Samejima knew everything. He knew about Ro living at my house. And about the night out in the storm. There's nothing to be scared of. Just going to take a look at you. No, I don't want to go. Kato, I'm not going. Did you trick me so you could lock me in the car and make it impossible to run? You need to calm down. Stop the car right now. I'm afraid I can't do that. Why? I promise to look after you. I need to make sure you're okay. So you're just doing this for my dad, not me. That's not true. I'm getting out. With those words, I pushed the still spinning car's door wide open. Mr. Samejima's face tensed up like I've never seen it before. Kato, close the door! Hurry! This is getting too dangerous! Then stop the car! You only get hurt. Then maybe you should stop the car. Unless you want my dad to hear about this. The car gradually slowed down, until stopping completely. That moment, I rushed out and ran where I usually did. I believed him. I trusted him. The reason I stepped on the brakes wasn't because of your father. There was no way for me to hear him, though. I was still running, whilst feeling like the entire world had just betrayed me. Why weren't Ryo's memories coming back? Why were the days so unchanging? The sound of drifting ice was too loud. Oh, I see. He needs to be pushed to the limit, like what happened at the sea. He should make some progress if he's in a tight spot. Oh my gosh, no! The basement my dad used as a makeshift storage room was covered in concrete and had distinctly chilly air to it. Wait a second. I have to go back and rewind now. Concrete. Did we see this when he was transported to a different place in that vision that he had at the beach? Was it this place or was it something different? Somewhere different. I finally pushed him down there. What? Come on now. It's your fault, Ro. Keep saying all these weird things to people. What? It's different? Okay, it is. Okay, it's different. Okay. Thank you for telling me that. What are you? Where am I? My house, of course. Let me out of here. Ro was acting strange. Ro? His amber eyes no longer had that intimidating glint to them. The way they were shaking was very familiar. I won't! You may beg all you want. It's your fault, okay? You told Mr. Samejima all those weird things about me. Oops. I trusted you, and yet... No. I did it for your sake. Don't say whatever's convenient in this situation. You'll stay here and reflect on what you've done. I addressed Ro in the coldest tone I could muster. I had to remind myself not to relent. It's just for a little bit, so try to endure it for now. Gosh. I locked the door leading to the basement with an audible click. I hope he snaps out of it quickly. You okay, Suou? Huh? You're all fidgety. Did you forget something? No, it's not like that. Still, you do look a lot more lively than usual. Excuse me. Huh? Ro, I bought some food. Only a few hours had passed, but he deteriorated so much it surprised me. Oh no. My heart aches seeing like this. Then let him go. Then let him go. I brought you a rice ball, some miso soup, and an omelet. Do you think you can eat? What's with you? Are you sorry for what you've done? Can you finally go back to being your usual self? How am I supposed to do that when I never even changed to begin with? Just let me out of here already. Why are you like this? When one night you open that door in your sleep, I gotta keep you safe. From what? From yourself. I felt my brain start to cool off. Are you telling me to just not sleep at night? Is that it? You're really not making any sense, Ro. I could say the same about you. So, tell me, what are you trying to achieve with all this? Don't act like you don't know. Not him looking at him with that cheery smile and those happy eyes. That's so creepy. I have it down to look him straight in the face. We get a CG of this. That's so creepy. Oh my gosh. Show me your hidden powers. So? Don't play dumb with me. I know everything. You hold the key to the entire world in your hands. That's what made you lose your memories. So, what are you even... Come on. Admit it. Do it. Or else... I might find myself disappointed. Oh my gosh. So, you need help. I know, it's creepy and toxic, but I love it. Oh, so you need help. A long silence ensued. Fine, I'll talk. You know what? I hate this place. It's dark, cramped, and there's cold concrete everywhere. I remember all this. When I was small, I brought myself closer to better hear what he was saying. Rose suddenly bit my fingers. Ow! What the heck was that for? I knew it! You're still not the Ro I know! Some strange force must be controlling you. That has to be it. Get a grip! He shouted a way I never heard before. It seemed to shake the very room. As I backed away in fear, he suddenly asked me, Hey, So, when are your parents coming back? Huh? They're on a 2-week trip abroad and... So they'll come back soon, huh? You'll soon be safe and I'll be done. I feel like I had to say something back. Huh. I love how the critical choice we have is not between us and MAMIYA. It's between... Not between Suou and MAMIYA, it's between Suou and another character. Like another living character, like Kikuchi. What do you mean by me being safe? What do you mean by me being done? I'm curious to mean by what do you mean by being done? That's what I'm curious about. What do you mean by being done? When your parents come back, the suspicious weirdo you're looking at won't have to protect you anymore. And when you're done with me, I'll be freed from your games. Games? What do you mean? I'm being serious here. Oh wow. No, oh my gosh. He glared at me with the colors of the evening. He glared at me with eyes the color of the evening, forcing me to take a step back. You're still a child, and though I hate to admit it, so am I. I don't have the power to protect you, or the memories to help you. That's not true! You're perfect! There's gotta be a huge secret buried within your lost Hey! What the hell are you even expecting from me? And I don't mean that nonsense from before. What are you actually after? I want an ideal hero, the unusual. Um, he just wants the unusual, to be honest. What I want from you is the unusual. Oh my god. Would he have reacted the same way if I selected the other choice? Let me see. I want you to be an ideal hero. Oh. This one he has a heartache, and the other one he tastes something bitter. This seems like he has a less negative, adverse reaction. But I don't know if that's what Suou really wants. I mean, like, I don't think he has to be a hero. I think he just wants something unusual. But I don't know. They all reacted less adverse to this one, so I'm gonna choose this one and see what happens. His expression twisted, like he was enduring an intense heartache. You're insanely strong, and you put me before anyone else. I want to know more about you, to become more like you. Just stop. I want to become a cool hero like you. I said stop. Silence fell upon the basement. I watched him as he slowly opened his mouth. I really don't want to say this, but what was he about to say? Would it hurt me even more? Do you realize that you're abnormal? Oh my gosh. Should we be... Should we be... What's the word for it? Should we be in denial or should we be delusional? I kind of want to be delusional instead of being in denial. Yeah, I know I'm not like other people, but I'm special. His intense question make my cheeks turn stiff. Huh? You mean I'm special, right? I wasn't dense enough to be looked at with those eyes and try to play it off as nothing. He was glaring at me without saying a word. Is it because I'm special that an amnesiac like you came to me? Is it because I'm special that I rushed out into a storm without realizing it? Is it because I'm special that I snap out of it already? I have no magic or any other weird powers. I'm just a guy with amnesia. We're no different, Suo. You're just like me. Huh? You're a spoiled, somewhat selfish 15-year-old with a gentle heart. A perfectly ordinary person. Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh, uh, enough! Stop it! Listen to me. This world has nothing that you want. I don't think these are the best words to be saying. I feel like that you could explain that the world can be special and the world can be, you know, magical without having to rely on escapism or otherworldly fantasies. Like I've talked like not I've talked about this, but I've heard talked about in like social studies classes, like talking about the disenchantment of the world after the scientific revolution and the advent of capitalism. They say that the world has been disenchanted, especially in the Western world. Everything is natural and material and regimented and materialistic and stuff like that. That the world just feels there's no it's not enchanted as it was, you know, in pre-modern societies. But you can enchant the world. You know, you can break away from the mundane, monotonous, you know, um, well, mundane literally comes from that word mundus, which means world, but not mundane, but the monotonous, you know, boring life without having to escape the world. It's possible, I should say. Not everyone has the privilege of doing that, which is unfortunate, especially if you come from, um, depending on your like, you know, your life, the life you have. But it's possible. The world can be enchanted. Stop it! Stop it! Oops. Open your eyes. I don't wanna. Stop clinging to fantasy. I really don't wanna. I don't. I. Uh, you wouldn't get this. I crouched down and covered. I crouched down and covered my eyes with my hands. I feel like that this scene is a lot longer than the original. I feel like the original didn't have this much dialogue. So, his hand touched my shoulder. It was smaller than mine. His hand felt strangely big. Yeah, that's definitely a reason. Look at reality. You need to do so you can protect yourself. Promise me you'll become normal. Oh my gosh. Okay, we don't say anything. We just say that. Okay. I don't want to say yes, I promise, because that seems like a terrible promise. But I don't want to say no either, because he does need to not be so. He can't be fantasy prone. This is a problem. This will inhibit him from engaging life. You know, if I couldn't answer, giving an honest response would be like admitting surrender. Okay. For the longest time, I've been full of expectations. I believed that the world was full of mystery and wonder. That one day, I too would be chosen. I'll become a normal person. I had hopes for this world and for myself. I looked away from his eyes. I remembered the bubble-filled scenery in which I hugged MAMIYA. As long as I had that, I felt like I wouldn't need anything else. I'll become a normal person. The kind that neither Mr. Samejima nor you would have to worry about. That was a lie. I didn't care about this boring reality dominated by the body. I can't just give up on myself or this world. That'd be like accepting things as they are and admitting that I was tamed. Wow. Am I wrong somehow? That's such a word to use. I understand that though. Tamed. Wow, that's deep. Is it wrong for me to discuss all this with you? Maybe I shouldn't talk to you anymore. Answer me, MAMIYA. Yeah, tamed by society. Like, wow, that's a lot. It's true. Wow. It's okay. It's alright. Everything will be just fine. Ah! There's one wonderful thing in this world that doesn't exist anywhere else. And that is you. You don't have to worry about anything. Really? Yeah. Trust me. MAMIYA, I love you. I know. That's rude. You don't say I love you too. That's how you respond to I love you. You say I love you too. The craving I feel. You understand it, don't you, MAMIYA? I do. All too well. So well it hurts. That's why I sometimes fear you. Your unquenchable thirst for the kingdom of the unreal. Isn't that why I'm here? Unquenchable thirst for the kingdom of the unreal. Interesting. Why was I left to remain? I will fulfill my duty. Even if it may cause some grief to some, I'll be forgotten in no time. Listen, Kato. Thanks for hugging me back. Thanks for hugging me back there. I mean it. It made me really happy. The rippling surface of the water, the star-studded sky. I hoped we could exchange a gentle smile. The way we did when we met in the dream. It was all I really wanted. Tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, the day after that. As days came and went, things that truly mattered grew vaguer, hazier. Even now, excuse me, I still yearn for it. Getting superpowers out of nowhere. Getting entangled in a conflict of mind-numbing proportions. Embarking on an epic quest to rescue a girl. Saving the world from impending doom. I desperately wanted to become someone like that. Huh? Where am I? The first thing I saw upon waking was the sea. Ah, I saw a silhouette far in the sea. Ro! Before I could reach him, Ro fell to the ground with a grunt. There's so much blood! Red began to fill the purple sea. Oh no! Ro is going to die. Ro! Don't do this to me! I gotta stop the bleeding. Come on, wake up! No! No, no, no! No! What should I do, MAMIYA? 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 I knew the truth that many people had lost. You're there, right? You're there, right? MAMIYA? Answer me! I wanted a dramatic conclusion. I was even ready to sacrifice myself. No! No! Like a true hero. Kato? You are amazing, Kato. Thanks, Mom. Dad? I wanted to smile and tell me I was special. Ro, don't die. Suou. I remember now. Huh? I remember everything. Oh, I see. Including... Huh? Including... That's weird to say. Including where and when this is. And the reason why we cross paths. Interested. He's different. He's not being targeted by a shadowy organization. Nor does he hold the key that would unlock a path to another dimension. He has no hidden powers either. You and he's just an ordinary person. Nothing more. I don't need to hear about those memories. I hated that. Oh, I'm just remembering this. Wow. They're worthless to me. Whoa! What the heck? I remember that we left him to die, but I don't remember us piercing him. Oh my goodness! Oh, I hated this when I first read it. So, shut up. You don't even know. You didn't even listen to what he got to say. Yeah, I was like, wait, piercing him? I don't remember us killing him. I thought we just left him to die by himself. Wow, that's crazy. You didn't even hear what he had to say, though. He just said, I remember where when this is and the reason we crossed paths. It could have been time traveling, dimensions, like, I don't know, like, multiverse stuff. Like, we have multiverse stuff going on right now. Like, come on. Like, you didn't even give him a chance to say what he got to say. If it's not unique and interesting, I have no need for them. Rail collapsed and didn't get up. So, you making me more mad. First you kill yourself right in front of Rio at the end of Downfall. Now you kill him and fall down in the not the legacy version, in the updated version. Like, you making me mad. I'm so mad. I just got over you killing yourself. I just got over it. And now you do this. The vividness of his crimson blood was a sobering sight. Bro? What? Why? Does he not remember doing that? But was he under a trance when he did that? Oh no! What the heck? So did he kill him because he thought this was a dream? Oh my goodness gracious. I suppose it's all good. It's only a dream after all. And they do say it's good luck to kill in a dream. The world would end soon. I don't know how much truth there was to it. But the people on TV and the news made it out to be a big deal. You can even hear people discussing it in class. And none of us actually felt like the world was gonna end. I was certain that the end would happen in the blink of an eye. It would be simple and anticlimactic, like the burst of a soap bubble. I wouldn't forget it. I wouldn't lose any of you. So please, give something back to me. Oh. Turn me to something unlike anything else in this world. I need to wake up. And so, I drifted off to sleep. Wow. So his dreams and reality were completely inversed by the end of his route. He thought he killed Dio in a dream, and then he was waking up, but he was actually drifting off to sleep. Oh my gosh. The night sea groaned softly. Seeing the boy sleep blissfully on his waterline, I tightly clenched my fists. Why, Suou, you weren't supposed to die. Once more, I'll go to the church again. I won't give up. Okay. Well, we just finished case Suou, a gentle 15-year-old who finds his life boring. As such, he has a high expectations for the young amnesiac he stumbles upon. Yep, that was really good. I could not believe he killed him at the end. I'm so irritated by that. But that was good. That was good. I'm glad I'm rereading Suou route, since I understand him more after doing Fall Down the first time. So it's tragic. Such a tragedy. So now we got the outro. So it shouldn't be that long, right? We should just, I was gonna do both of them in this stream, so let's just do it right now. It shouldn't be too long. Natsume died. I'm here again. I don't want to see a tragedy like that ever again. I gotta find a way to prevent it. I got more than last time too. I should be able to explore this church. After muttering that to myself, I nodded and took a step forward. Ah! Only to end up bumping into someone. Sorry. The pink-haired man glanced at me. Then clicked his tongue and headed to the church. Is this something that you do that makes different people show up when you bump? Like, is it determined by the choice that you make, who you bump into each time you play? Because we bumped into different people. Like, we bumped into Tojo, we bumped into Suou, we bumped into Morichika. But I don't think we bumped into Kikuchi yet. Did he just click his tongue at me? I opened the door. The bump is random? Okay. The solemn atmosphere hung heavy in the air as I stepped into church. Natsume. God. Some wept. Others looked ahead in silence. We're all reminiscing about the time I spent with him. I mean, we don't have to get... I've already read this once throughout the stream, so we can just skip this part. Close to the exit. Think none of it. I've already read it once this stream. I don't have to read it again. Okay. So, now we'll do stay put. As I stood in place, I realized most of the people had already left, save for a few stragglers. I could still turn back now. Should I really not talk to any of them? Would I really have no regrets? Okay, don't move from who I am. As I continued standing in place, I was soon left all alone. I silently approached the coffin. As my hand gingerly touched the lid, I heard the door behind me open. I'm pretty sure the funeral's already ended. Is this a different one? Different question mark? Or I just... Oh, this is the mother. I forgot. The mother came in and then... Is it the... Wait, did the mom... No. Am I remembering that from... Downfall, that the mother came in to visit one time? I'm pretty sure we talked to Yumehisa now, right? I just wanted to see Natsume's face one last time. Yeah, okay, it is Yumehisa. His unfamiliar voice made me squint. My face trembled with rage. Who are you? Is this the same person talking? Okay. I deeply cherished those four, and I wanted to be happy. They should have never met fates like that. And yet, everything went to hell because of MAMIYA. Okay. I turn around. What are you? The man smiled in lieu of an answer. Putting all my heart and soul into it, I shouted as the man standing near the entrance as loud as I could. I'll ask again. Come on. Answer me. What the hell are you? Ever so slowly, the man before me parted his lips to speak. MAMIYA. And then we got the intro. Let me turn this up. So give me a bullshit. This guy knows somebody book was such a bullshit. The queen the show. If it's one part of the song that I know how to sing, it's well I have to hear it. But Sekai Woterasu Kimi no Melody, yeah, when I hear it, I can sing along with it. If it's only one part of the song I'm good at singing, it's that one. I'm gonna have to learn how to sing it. I'll save them. I'll save all those who came to my funeral, no matter what. I'm, I'm expecting great things. I'm expecting great things. Natsume. To be continued. Next, Downfall. Downfall has been unlocked. You may select it by clicking restart on the title screen. So everything's been cleared. Next episode. Wow. Ooh, look at this. Beautiful. We got tips. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. We got tips for chapters 4. Then we have chapter 5. Chapter 6. 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is when we first figure out like when we learn about what being a spectator is all about. Then we get to know the four characters and try to save them, and then we get to know the Pink House people, and then we tie everything back and solve the mystery, at least as far as we think. Wow, we're getting so close to Downfall. I mean, we're getting so close to Doomsday. Yep, we finished Fall Down. Yay! Yay! So we just have Downfall left to go. So I'm trying to see, how do I want to do everything? Okay, so I was able to do a stream per character, and it's been roughly about 2 hours per character, so that fit very nicely. But I don't know how to divide this up. Maybe I have to see. Maybe this is probably could be one stream. Maybe this might be a part of this stream. 2 characters maybe per stream. I don't know. Are the Downfall routes for these, are they shorter or longer than the Fall Down? I don't know. I kind of felt like that these were shorter than the Fall Down. So maybe I might do 2 people per stream, and then it might be chapter 4's ending, and then it might be this in one stream, maybe not. I don't know. I have to see. I don't know how to divide it up into 2-hour stream. The full content's longer, but these streams are shorter. I don't know. I'll probably have to think about it some more throughout the week. But yeah, thank y'all for being here today to celebrate the end of Fall Down. I can't wait to get down into Downfall now and see how things are different now. And see, I wonder if they can die. I wonder if we can not have a good ending. Like, we had good endings for Kikuchi, Tojo, and Morichika, but I wonder if we can have a bad ending and then we have to start over. that would be cool. Yeah, so Wednesday we'll be back to play Psychedelic Black Butterfly, and then on Friday will be Memories Blues, 2 a.m. We should be able to finish that game on Friday. I believe we'll be able to finish the game on Friday. And then it will be Angels of Death this Sunday. And then we'll be back to play MAMIYA next Monday. And I'm thinking that we might be able to get through the first 3 chapters. And we'll see how it is starting one of these routes on next Monday. Okay. So yeah, I want to thank all y'all very kindly for coming. Much obliged. It says there's 2 people in chat right now, but I thought that Flay went to sleep, but if Flay's still awake, I hope you have a good night. And I hope you have a good night too, Gabriella. I think it's nighttime also where you are as well, right? I'll see y'all soon. Y'all come back now, you heard me?